Hi guys, so this is my review of The Secret World of Briar Rose by Cindy Pham, and I received an ARC of this book in exchange for an honest review, and I gave it 5 stars, so yay! So this book is actually pretty hard to talk about because it's about depression, escape, and trying to exist in a world where you don't really want to exist. And I kind of get it because, especially lately, I've been having a lot of problems in my life. And frankly, I am on antidepressants. And that is because I'm having a lot of problems in my personal life and they're kind of unsolvable. So here we are. And so this book really touched me, and I think that's why you get a lot of like mixed reviews because book is the kind of book that you need to feel, and if you don't feel it, then you won't get it. I mean, it's not that it's like too hard to get or anything like that. I think you really need to know on a visceral level what it's talking about. And sadly, I do. So I'm kind of sad for everyone who gets this book. And so what is this book about? So this book is actually takes place in two timelines. So one timeline is sort of the present timeline, which is in a war, kind of a war. You don't really know what's going on the war. It's kind of like you get the viewpoint of Corin, who's 18-year-old girl, and she's just trying to survive amidst chaos and war. And she's actually the one I identified with, and yeah, that's not good. And so she lives in Gildan, and the other timeline is 100 years before that, which is Sleeping Beauty's timeline, or Briar Rose, or Amelia. And so we follow Corin's journey from where she's living to Briar Rose's dream world. And during that time, we also get snippets of how Briar Rose actually became Briar Rose, how she went into that dream world. So there's also a demon called Medicine. They use they them pronouns, which was kind of hard in my brain because my brain keeps wanting to go for she, but it's like my native language doesn't have gender pronouns, so sometimes gender pronouns are a bit hard for my brain. And so they also have their own story, so that's also kind of a timeline that we see, but it's sort of like a minor timeline. And there are a couple of other scenes that we see from other viewpoints that add to the story. So there's also a prince called Ezran, and he's like very pretty and everything, and of course he's going to be bad. It's kind of obvious. And Melisande is actually see, there I go. They look kind of scary, but they're not really. Anyway, so yeah, this book was also about wanting to escape to this dream world, but realizing that you can't live in the dream world, that you eventually have to go back to the real one and try to make the most of it. And sometimes that's really, really hard. And this is also, so I've been looking at the marketing. This is marketed as romantasy. I don't know why it's not a romantasy. It's not like the romance part of it is like this teeny tiny. So no, don't read it as a romantasy. And it is queer, but it's not a romance. It has a bit of romance in it, but that's like the most minor part of the story. Like really, it's not a romance. It's like this psychological fantasy with the side of romance and fairy tales. Yeah, so if you're like expecting a happy, positive, romancy, cutesy, fairy tale retelling romantasy, don't read this book because that's not what you're getting. If you're willing to like dig deep into your soul and possibly cry for like most of the book, then yeah, go for it. Yeah, and I'm going to stop here before I cry more. So thanks for watching, and be warned of this book. Um, don't read it if you're not in a place to read it, and if you are, then I hope you're also seeking help. Because yeah, if you're in a place to read this book, then you do need help. Anyway, and Cindy, yep, we're in the same club. Thanks for watching. Bye.